No, that's a tough one. I thought we outplayed them all game long. We talk about getting 27 outs, and we got 26. You know, Joe's been a beast for us all year. These guys have played their hearts out all year, and it just didn't go our way today.
Questions for the student athletes?
Fenwick and Brendan, I'd like to hear both of your opinions on this, but I wanted to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about what you were seeing prior to the extra innings with some of the small ball you guys were doing and being able to capitalize off of some of South Carolina's errors, particularly in that 3rd through 6th inning frame.
Yeah, that's how we play. We're going to live and die by that. Sometimes it works out really well for us. Sometimes it really doesn't work out at all. But when it's going well, it's going well. And I expect us to come out and play the same way tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd say we got to execute at a higher level. We got some runs there on small ball, but at the end of the day, we got to execute at a higher level.
You guys have said throughout the entire year, taking it one game at a time, but after a loss like this, is that a little more challenging to be able to try to bounce back and just get to the next one, especially with how it ended?
Obviously it's a tough loss, but head hits the pillow tonight, and come back tomorrow, new day, and like you said, take it a day at a time, and we're gonna get over this one and come back tomorrow ready to go.
What are those conversations like after this game ends when you know you need to turn your attention to tomorrow?
Every day is a new day. We're excited to get another opportunity tomorrow. Obviously, we wish we were playing it in the night game, but that's something we can't control now. We're just going to come out here and we're going to either play Bryant or NC State, and whoever we're going to play, we're going to give them everything we got.
Being in the early game and not knowing who your opponent's going to be tomorrow in the elimination game, what do you guys need to do to not only kind of take this one in stride, but also kind of start doing that really quick turnaround into what you guys will expect tomorrow morning?
Probably watch the game tonight and get a good idea of both teams we're playing, and whoever loses, we're going to play tomorrow.
All right, you guys can go. Okay. They're going to ask you questions now.
All right, questions for the head coach.
Coach, what was the strategy behind pitching to Messina when you intentionally walked him twice there in the ninth?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we got our guy going, and it was a situation that I felt like, it's kind of a catch-22, right? You don't want to walk the tie and run, but at the same time, our pitching coach made a mound visit, and Joe just mislocated the pitch, and tip your cap to him hitting the ball. I think that's just baseball. You're going our best against their best, and they got it.
Hey, Coach, kind of going off that a little bit. The guy behind Messina there had been struggling all day. Did you kind of know that going into that at bat to pitch to Messina there?
Yeah, we knew it. I think the biggest thing was, like I said, I think it was just a mislocated pitch. It was a breaking ball. And like I said, Joe's been outstanding for us all year. He's the reason we're here right now. And I just think he mislocated the pitch. That I think if that ball would have been a little bit away, it could have been a pop up or something else. But that's just baseball, and that's part of it. And I was proud of how our guys competed. I was really proud of how we maintained the lead. I was proud of how our pitching staff, kept them off bay at times. And they're a really good club, and we know that. And so my biggest thing was just trying to, you're one strike away, and you got their best guy on deck, and a hit by pitch, and then the next pitch, a home run. It happened fast. But Joe's been the man for us, all year, and it didn't come out our way.
Kind of going back earlier into the game, you decided to bring Donnie in, who's been one of your go-to starters. Can you kind of talk about that decision to bring him in that moment?
Well, I thought it was a chance to give a different look. Todd Mazzocchi and Jackson Logar are a very similar look, and Donnie's a totally different look, and we were just trying to keep him, off balance. And Donnie did a great job for us.
I'm going to piggyback off of that question. Also, nice to see you again, Ike. Since you used Donovan for as long as you did today, how do you kind of expect to kind of reconfigure your pitching staff into tomorrow's game?
Well, it'll be something we'll regroup and talk about tonight. These guys have been bouncing back pretty quickly. So, I think the biggest thing for us is just kind of sit down and talk about our strategy, and it'll also kind of depend on who we play as well too. So that won't be a decision that won't be made till later tonight.
The small ball approach has worked well for you guys a lot this season, and whether it was bunting or sending runners tonight, there are a couple times it did not pay off. Not knowing who you're playing tomorrow, how true do you want to stick to that sort of approach you've had?
We're full throttle all the time, so it's not going to change. It's just the way we play offense, and it's just a couple situations where they threw our guys out, we're hitting runs that we swung through. But at the same time, that's the way we play. I mean, if people have watched us all year, that's just kind of how we go, and it's not going to change.
Last one for Coach.
Coach, I know I asked the players about one game at a time, but coming off a loss like this where it was in your hands down to the final out, how tough is it for you to be able to have this team bounce back, clean slate, and just play to the next game?
These guys have been doing it all year, so it's they're primed for it. They understand it. I told them, I said, once we leave the dugout, you got to erase it and move on, and that's that's the goal right now. We get back to the hotel, just erase it, move on, and get prepared for tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.